You have a Honda Big Red that don't crank up? When you turn the key, does you just click? Well, what we're gonna do today is diagnose and fix this Honda Big Red side-by-side. We're gonna pop the hood. 2 rubbers on each side. Pop them things off. Get that hood open. Here's your battery box. We're gonna pop this. Battery is fresh. It's just been replaced. But we're still gonna check the voltage on it. This here is your solenoid. We're gonna check and make sure this is working. Get yourself an ohm meter and or a handy dandy test light. You got it set to volts here. This is hard to do with one hand, but I already checked it here. We are good on volts, but I'll show you. Once we get this on there we go. We got about 13 volts here at the battery. So that battery should be good. Test light, hook it up on your ground here. Test it. That's good, it works. This, we got a solenoid here. When you crank the key, the signal wire turns on the solenoid, puts power from one side to the other. This goes to your battery right here, and this side goes down to your starter. Should crank your starter up. So the right way to test this is to get this probe on this one here, on this side, and go check it. Turn the key, and when the key turns to crank, this should light up. We have the solenoid is working. So once you rule out the battery, the solenoid, the guy can get down into the starter. On this machine, these seats got to come out. There's plastic, it's all got to come out. We can get down to the starter and the starter wire, and we'll pull the starter out. That's the next step. Make sure you properly diagnose it before you go digging into having a starter. If you go pull that starter out and it's just this starter solenoid, you're gonna hate that. Right, get the starter out. First thing we're gonna do, pop these seats out. Just a button here. Just take the cushions off. Once you get the cushions off, there's 3 bolts on each seat. Here, here, here. They are 12mm bolts. Get yourself a socket, ratchet, whatever. Pop them out. Both seats. The whole seat. This part, the backrest, come out, it was 1. After that, there's gonna be these screws around here. The centerpiece, everything. Take all them screws out. Maybe take this off too. It's up to you. All the seats here. This is the bottom, back and bottom of the seat here. It's got these washer deals in here. Oops. So they go from inside here. Or am I wrong? Let's take a look. All right, you gotta put them in through here. Yep, at the top. So seats pulled. You'll have these big bolts and spacers here. Don't lose them. But there'll be screws here. You have to take all these screws out here. Each side under the seat will have 1 screw here and there. So 2 on the outsides here, 1 here. You get it. Phillips head. Number 2 bit would be great. Number 3, not number 2. Pull them screws out. Your center will come out first. You take the left or right side off. Probably gonna take that back piece off too. Keep in mind when you're taking these screws out, back here where this plastic is doubled up, plastic on plastic, and then it goes to the clip, you're gonna have a bigger shoulder on them screws. If you can see it. So just keep that in mind when you're going to put it back together, that them with the bigger shoulder should go there. Once you get these panels off here, your starter's gonna be straight down in this hole. Right there. That'll be your starter. There's 2 bolts and the wire. It pops out and it will come right out of that hole there. I'm gonna remove this just to get a little more access. Maybe I'll unplug some stuff. It's also a good idea just to blow some of this crap out of here while we're in here. There's some leaves and whatnot on the motor and all that, so I'll clean this up. To get that 1 bolt out of here, that farther one there, that hose there's kind of in the way. So what I got here, I got this knuckle with the 10 short on there, 6-point, a couple extensions. That's what I use to get that farther bolt there. Once you get your starter out, we're gonna check this here. Grab your pliers, and this should spin freely, but well, that does not sound good. So you can pop your starter apart. What you want to do, you want to make some marks on it so you know what way it goes together. Grab you some tools. Pop these 2 bolts out here, and this should just come apart. So what you want to do is check over your starter here, see what's going on. Sometimes there's these brushes here. If these brushes are bad, you'll have bad spots in the rotation assembly. So these are still in here, they're still good, they're not broke, they're not missing, they probably are fine. But taking a look at this, why we cannot turn this here are magnets. Magnets are busted. So, yep, that's what we got going on. That's why this starter was locked up. So I went ahead, bought a new starter. This is just off the eBay or whatever. This one spins nice. The same starter. Checked it's the right one. We'll get this put in. We should be back in business. All right. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get this power wire hooked back up to this starter. And then we're gonna drop it back down in here just like we took it out. Well, once you get that down in there, guy, I'll have to get it on back in that hole there, and them 2 bolts that we took out earlier to line back up. I gotta pop that rubber back on there for the stud there, but other than that, I'll probably use a little bar and push it in to its spot there. Should be pretty easy. It's kind of tight to get it down in there, but once that's done, it'll be easier from there. Don't forget to put that little bracket on there to hold your hose there. Don't forget about that. Another thing I'm doing on this here machine, I'm changing out the spark plug here. There's some crap on there, but since I'm in here, got the seats out and all that. Spark plug's right here in the head. Right down there, so this plug definitely has a lot of carbon buildup on it. And let's see here. This focus there. Yeah, this has got a lot of carbon buildup on it, and it probably wasn't working very efficient. They're having problems getting it started. It started kind of hard, so this should take care of that. Along with the plug cap I had tested on it. The plug cap tested out of spec, so I went I got an OEM one from Honda. This is the NGK brand. They run NGKs, I guess, so that's their OEM replacement. So I'm also gonna throw this on there, throw the plug in there, and that should take care of that. One more thing, if the spark plug wire will allow for it, it's always a good idea to freshen up this end here. See, this one's kind of crappy. We're gonna take a side cutters and we're gonna just cut the tiniest bit off here to show up some fresher wires, but only do this if your plug wire will allow for it. We've got plenty of wire here, so we'll do that. All right, we'll just take a little cut off here, just the tiniest bit. It looks a little better. We'll put that plug cap back. The way to take this on and off is this just screws on here. You know, just like a nut or bolt. Screw it on, screw it off. Make sure when you screw it on, you're pushing and twisting on the cap on this wire here. Get this going on here. There, that's done. Don't forget to plug your stuff back in here that we unplugged to have some more space here. So just go ahead and do that. So now, since I changed that spark plug and that cap, got that starter in, we're just going to check and make sure everything works. The customer also had complained that this took a while to start, crank a while before it would start. So I wasn't able to check that beforehand because the starter was bad. So if it fires up here, that'd be the best here. So we'll give her a shot. Yeah, it seems pretty normal to me, so we'll go ahead and get stuff buttoned up. Here we got a few more things to button up, but before you go put the screws back in, make sure all your clips are lined up, all your holes for your clips. Make sure everything's in where it's supposed to be, and lined up. There's this tub and this keep hitting here. I gotta get in there with two hands. I'll get that on there. Just gotta jog it back, push it down, push it back forwards, slide it over that rubber. That'll work. Yeah, once you make sure all your clips are lined up, put this last piece of plastic on. Just slides on the way we took it off here. Over here like this. Let's see. Just like that. All your clip holes lined up. And we'll get some screws. Always get screws started before you go putting impacts and things on them. Otherwise you'll end up stripping bolts, stripping heads, and then you're left with a bunch of shit. So always get stuff started first. To get everything put back together, that's about it. Double check, make sure everything works. Starts good. That'll about do her on this big red here. I do a lot of small engine stuff. It's just a side gig for me. If you want to see more of this stuff, why don't you hit that like, subscribe, comment, share, and I'll probably be posting some more stuff here and see what I can do to help other people here with videos, educational stuff, and how-tos. I hope this helps. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you later.